Would you believe that the first time I ever used YouTube for a search was about 2 years ago when I wanted to make over a couple of bedroom pieces that I had that were given to me by my brother-in-law. Well, from there, my love for crafting, furniture flipping, and overall creating has grown tremendously. I went from flipping some furniture just for myself to participating in some amazing craft fairs in my area. I never would have thought that I would be where I am today if you had asked me this 2 years ago when I started painting my very first piece. If you are a craft fair vendor, please stay tuned because I think that you will enjoy some of the things that we talk about in today's video. This is the Creality Falcon 2 Pro laser cutter. Now, I will tell you, this laser cutter has very much impressed me. And when Creality originally reached out to me asking me if I would do a product review, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. There are so many features that this amazing machine has that I wasn't even considering when I originally agreed to do this. I know there's a lot of laser cutters out there. One of the things that I've really come to like about this specific one is I was able to set it up in my basement and have it be safe and effective. It's quiet. There's a tube that you connect, and we just had to buy some extra tubing and kind of run that along our the basement door to be able to get it to exhaust outside. And once we did that, it was very easy. You know, setting up for me was not the easiest, but I think that has more to do with both myself and my husband being very impatient with reading directions. And Creality has a wonderful community. I will link the Facebook and YouTube links down below on where you can find a variety of tutorials, guides, and other things to help you along your way. I am in no way an expert on this. I am very much a beginner. So what you're going to see today is what a beginner, very novice creator would do with something like this. Once we were able to figure out the right positioning and the right coordinates to put in for us to be able to actually cut, I will say it took us a little bit of time to figure out the difference between engraving and cutting. And really the thing that we were doing wrong is we had the laser too far away from the wood. So again, I am such a beginner. I don't want to give you exact measurements because I'm sure they're not right. I would highly recommend that you go over to the Facebook group or to the other YouTube guides that are available. But this was the very first successful project that we had where we were able to cut out a variety of circles. What my plan was to take these cut out circles and adhere them to some shower rings that I found to create some more embellished gift tags. I will say it didn't end up coming out the way I wanted to, but I do want to show you what I was able to do with these tags. Here are the wooden circles that I was able to cut using the laser cutter, and I'm just going to paint them with 2 coats of a white paint. Then I embellished it with a paint inlay. What I wanted to mention about this method of using this laser cutter, when I was doing my craft fairs last year, I didn't anticipate when you have a product that a lot of people like, especially those tags, right, that were very inexpensive to make but like sold big at my craft fairs, knowing that I had to create all of those by hand, I work a full-time job. I was up late one night because I had 2 craft fairs back to back, and I was up late almost every single night and up early every morning to make enough to have from one week to the next because I had almost sold out the week before my biggest show. This laser cutter, for those of you that are craft fair vendors or have booths, this would allow you to create more bulk items that you could sell, and ultimately the benefits to this and the profit you would make would outweigh the cost. It is very impressive to know that not only can I make things in bulk, but once I get more used to this, I'll be able to create things with more character and not feel like I have to scroll Amazon for an abundant amount of time to find exactly what I'm looking for, because I can just make it myself. Here's a great example of something that I made using the laser cutter. Now these files, these laser cutter files, I found on Etsy, and I will tell you that is another thing I wasn't really aware of when I originally got this laser cutter. There are so many options on Etsy for different types of laser cut files, and I found what I believe to be one that has a lot of variety but is perfect for beginners like me. This is the T-store design, and I got this specific item. It is 435 different options in it, which I loved. It was less than $3, which I loved. And I loved these little cutting boards. That I thought about that, and I'm like, not only can I make bigger things once I get more comfortable with this laser cutter, but those little boards would be adorable to make tags. So that's what I decided to do. Ultimately, it's going to be amazing for me to be able to use the engraver and the cut tool for this, but I'm going one step at a time here. So for this project, I am taking some text that I have printed reversed using a laser printer, and I'm going to be taking some decoupage matte glue. So this is by Deco Art. Other people use Mod Podge, you can use whatever. I prefer this type of decoupage matte glue because it is the fastest and, in my opinion, the most accurate for this method. I'm gluing it on to my little cutting boards that I have painted, and I'm going to let that sit for about an hour and then come back and we will wipe it off. I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to take a damp rag. I just use old t-shirts that are clean and start by very lightly dampening the paper, that printer paper that is on top and glued on. Then I very slowly rub with my fingers to remove the excess of the paper and reveal the text, which has now been transferred on to my little cutting board. This is another huge seller that I had last year. I was able to create a variety of quotes using so many different things that I found on Etsy, as well as ones that I made up myself. This one is a quote that is just very special to my team on the Next Fitness thing. That's the fitness app that I use, and this is a gift for one of my teammates. So I'm finishing this up, and then I can embellish it in different ways. Here's how I embellish this one, but let me give you an idea of some other things that you can do with maybe some things that you have in your stash. For these other little cutting boards that have some unique designs, which again, I really loved. Oh, also loved that the hole that I was able to cut on these cutting boards is wider, which is fantastic for putting different types of ribbon or twine. I like the thicker twine, especially if you're creating a little bit of a bigger tag, and that is one thing that becomes very, very challenging when you are buying things on Amazon that you're not really anticipating what the holes will be like. Not that you can't drill them yourself, I'm just saying it was nice to have this available. So I have this custom color that I made a while ago. I'm just going to paint these 3 little boards with that color, front and back. Now I'm going to use my brand new stamp that I got. I'm so excited about this stamp. I love all the variety of text and just ephemera you get from it. I am going to be stamping each of the 3 little wooden boards with different parts of this stamp. So I am using IOD black ink because it is a permanent ink and will not smudge. Now I'm going to use some random transfers that I have in my stash. I believe these are redesign transfers that I got off of Amazon. The other ones that you will see are IOD transfers from Milo's pages, and I'm just going to transfer them on to the board. Now these are going to be probably not ones that I would use that are monogrammed. I just wanted to give you an idea of some different ways to use it. The great part is if the back is painted as well, you can use some of those new Apothecary Labels stamps that are really small, and you will be able to put like to from, and this would be perfect around a larger gift that maybe you don't want to wrap, like a bottle of wine or something, or even to tie on to a package of some kind without having to wrap it. You know, it allows us to save and not have to recycle as much, but it still makes everything look unique and pretty for the person you're giving it to. As far as engraving goes, that is still something I'm working towards. This is something that my husband did with the very first item we were able to engrave using the laser cutter. Here is a quote that I engraved that I typed out and used a font from my computer. And then my son requested a sign for his room. So we did engrave that, and that was probably my favorite one so far. Again, it was a custom font. If you're interested in the Creality Falcon 2 Pro, I will leave a link down below in the description box. Again, it is something that I never really realized could have so much potential, especially for those who, again, own a booth or are craft fair vendors where you want to create a lot of items in bulk or things that are very unique in style, something that not everybody is creating. I'm sure many of you know about Erin from the Provincial Farmhouse. Here's an example of some of the things she's created with this same machine. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description box to a couple of videos she has done using this product.